You can't see me. You can't see me. Hello, guys, and welcome to this week's edition of the Firewire Show. I'm Dave from TVR Creators, and in this week's episode, we're going to be looking at the kit lens for the Canon M50. And this can also be used for pretty much any awesome camera that we use here at TVR Creators. But do not go anywhere, because we will be discussing why we think this is a great camera for you creators, but mainly we're going to be talking about the lens. So that is basically what the emphasis on today's video is. So if that sounds interesting to you, subscribe, hit the like button, and let's crack on with some honourable value. So the kit lens for the M50, this is actually our one from our M100, which is also a great camera, but we're not going to talk about that today. Why do I love the kit lens for the M50? I like it because it takes fantastic. Now, obviously, the camera itself is in partner in crime with the lens, but this just takes really good photos, really good video, and it is a 15-45. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. You can just about see it. It's 15-45. Gonna get some bit of values. I've got a bit of Triple H going on. Thank you very much. Yeah, we love this lens from Canon, because basically it's just small, it's light, it connects to your mirrorless camera extremely easily. You just basically sort of press a little button. I might even do it now. Let's even do this satisfying click. I don't like doing this live. There's too many things watching. Hang on. There we go, look. There it is. It's off. It's off. Look at that. And then let's see if we can do the satisfying sound. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, there it is. So we love this lens for multiple reasons. So it's 15-45. You're thinking, why do we care? Well, basically, I personally think as a creator especially, this makes it very versatile when you're doing videos. So if you're doing like, you know, head videos when the camera's out here, or you're filming out and about, or maybe you're walking down the street and you've got your camera. Let's try and take it off. So say if you've got your camera here, if you can see, yeah, say if you've got your camera there, say it's filming you, you're saying, oh, doing all this business and all that jazz. I don't know what that was about. But basically, when it's on 15mm, it makes it very good for recording yourself. And as most of us creators, we tend to film ourselves. And obviously, with something like the Canon M50 or any mirrorless camera, really, they do tend to have flippy screens, which makes it very easy to record ourselves. A little power tip, if you don't already, look at the lens, because that's something that I've been pestered about when I first started making videos weekly a couple of years ago. And that's something to bear in mind. But we like that fact they can do 50-45. Anyway, it makes it very versatile, because if you do maybe a close-up shot, you might want to use 28, or you might want to knock it up to 35 or even 45 if you want a real close shot. But the fact you can do that just gives you a bit of versatility without buying the lenses, and that's just something to think about. And obviously, if you want to save yourself a bit of money, you can buy the body separately on something like the Canon M50, buy a lens later, you can buy any lens you want. But the reason we like this kit lens specifically is because it's just good. I mean, you can get one of these, I think it's about for 100 or maybe a couple hundred. There will be links to this and the Canon M50 in the links below, so go and check them out at any point. But we just like this. And you might be thinking, well, Dave, what if I've got a bigger lens or an older lens that fits Canon cameras? Well, you can get an adapter for your mirrorless camera, and then you can connect it, and that saves you money again. But again, we love this lens because it's very versatile. Now, when it comes to photography, you can put it on the 15 or 80mm, get a nice wide angle shot. I think it was last summer, actually. I went with my uncle to, I think it was Dovedale in the Peach District, and we took some, no, we both did. We took some really good photos of the mountains and the rivers on my M100 using the same lens. It was actually this lens here, which is technically the same lens here. And I took some really nice photos and some video as well, and it's just so easy. And actually, you probably think, what about low light? Well, actually, I've found in low light, it takes very good photos and videos as well, which is really good, basically for kit lens. And the reason I say that, because in my experience anyway, with my first camera that came with a kit lens, it wasn't always the best. You had to mess around with the settings of the camera to get it, and obviously that was probably partly to do with the camera, but also I felt the lens as well, because when I bought another lens, it was fine. But that's something to bear in mind. Honestly, I know I keep saying it, but I do really like this lens because, you know, it's done us so well. And when I do my weekly videos, or especially in the past when I was doing more of them using my cameras, it was just very useful to have that, you know, creativity. You can make it wider, more narrow, and it's just nice to have that as well. Even if you don't use all the settings on the lens, it's nice to have that ability at any point when you think, oh, I want to take a photo, but it's a bit far away, so I'll just zoom it to 24, maybe 28. Brilliant photo, bam. You don't have to mess with the camera. You can leave your mirrorless camera on its manual settings and it will take a very good photo, and you can set it up to face recognition, and you can take great selfies or pictures of yourselves and that sort of thing. And again, bam, straight awesome photo with the kit lens. So I'm being very impressed with it, and you know, without literally spending hundreds and hundreds of pounds or dollars, if not thousands, as some lenses can cost. I personally don't feel you'll get much better at the moment, because it just is. It's just a brilliant little lens. And I know there are photographers, filmmakers out there who go, oh, you get this lens and that lens, but then the price is going up all the time. You know, not everybody has, you know, £800 to just bam on one lens, or, you know, not everyone wants to spend those. And if you've got a good lens already with your mirrorless camera, like the M50, it's just something to bear in mind. It's something to think, you know what, I really like this camera. I'm not going to go into too much detail on the camera today, because we do have lots of videos on that, so check them out on the channel. But I just wanted to, you know, specifically talk about lens, because I don't think I've really done that. I'm always talking about how good the M50 is, and it is an amazing camera, the Mark 1 and the Mark 2. But I just really like how the kit lens has just been so versatile. I've had a lot of cameras, mainly video cameras, over the years, and okay, they didn't cost as much as the M50, but I've been so impressed with the video quality that this camera has produced with this lens, this kit lens. And I know it's you know, a good part of the lens, because, you know, when I've used the same lens on a different camera, like on my M100, the video and the photos are pretty much just as good. So it, you know, the lens is very good. And I was, again, especially really impressed when I was taking photos in all different circumstances. So if you're interested in, perhaps you've just got the body of the camera for whatever reason, you're thinking about, I don't know what lens to get, try out the kit lens that comes with the M50. Try it out, you know, just go on Amazon, buy the kit lens, and just start you off. It's just a great place to start. You know, you got that, you know, that versatility of, probably used the wrong word, but, you know, you've got the 15 up to 45 that gives you a nice little range, not too zoomed in, but not, you know, gives you a nice wide shot. Especially as a creator or filmmaker, it's just a great way to start. And with something like the Canon M50, you don't have to mess around with the settings, you don't have to be an expert on what shutter speed you need to use and all that jazz. You can just put it into video mode, stick on the kit lens, and off you go. I love this camera because a lot of the time, I'll be honest, I play around with the audio. I do put an external microphone on it. I do set up good lighting if I can. Obviously, outside is a bit different, but, you know, being outside especially, you don't seem to have to do much thinking with the light. The most thing I've had to do indoors is obviously light the room, but it's more about the reflection of my glasses, which has been the biggest pain, and that's not the camera's fault, that's just me. So yeah, I could not recommend enough this lens, the kit lens. And yes, again, you can get better ones, but I'm going to say it one more time, I love the kit lens to the Canon M50. So go and check it out after a little, it's not actually a sponsor, but just check out our merch if you want to support the channel. Check out our merch. We've got t-shirts, we've got mugs, and from time to time we add to the list. So go check it out, link in the description. And also, if you want to support the channel, like and subscribe this video. Hooray! I know I repeat myself a lot today, but I do generally hope that you enjoyed today's video. And yes, I do need a shave. I will sort this out at some point before next time I'm filming, but I just thought, you know, hey. Anyway, I hope you got value from today's video. If you've got any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. I will do my best to answer them. You can find TVR Creators on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, etc. You can find us everywhere. Links, all that will be in the description. There will be 2 end cards at the end of the video that will give you even more value than this video. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, guys, come on, sing it together for you core fans. You guys rock! You guys rock! You guys rock!